I wanna be the king that everyone remembers, not just some penguin second fiddle or the jester. How can I stop my dream from turning to a nightmare? How can I help them see the burden that I bear?
Why do you let your subjects dictate you?